With personalized treatment plans for those struggling with substance abuse, Sophros Recovery was built from the CEO's own experiences in recovery. With more on his own personal journey with addiction and mental health, happy to welcome back Nick Padlow. Nick, it is good to see you again. How have you been?
I've been great.
Yeah.
It's going well.
You know, I think that there has got to come a passion that I know you have to see others succeed, especially when it comes to perhaps the darkest chapter in their lives, if they're struggling with addiction. You're on your own journey with recovery. Why help others? Why not just focus on yourself? And I think that's how we can kind of build from Sophros Recovery.
I mean, I think that in reality, when we help others, we are working on ourselves.
Yeah.
So in some ways it's selfless, but in other ways it's my own recovery too, right? You know, in the rooms, like the 12th step in the 12 steps is service to others, right? And so it's by doing that we remember the reasons that we have to stay sober and that we have to work our program, and the reality is that's part of our program.
Well, take me back, because more than just, addiction, and you've been an open book, you also served our country, which of course we are so thankful for. Talk about your service and what you endured there that kind of compounded, where you were, and that, of course, journey to recovery that, led you to Sophros.
Yeah, so during my time in the Army, I spent about 27 months in combat between Afghanistan and Iraq, and I always said that I didn't think that my time in the military impacted my, later struggles. And now I'm kind of at the point where I don't know.
Really?
And I think it's because I didn't have that one specific PTSD moment that, this thing happened and now I'm struggling.
Yeah.
But what I see with myself and with a lot of our veteran clients is that, we have to learn who we are. We lose our identity when we come out of the military and go into the civilian world. And unless we really redefine what we care about, it's very hard to kind of find our footing. And then the second thing is we just have this kind of ingrained tough it out mentality where we don't like to ask for help. And so when things start to spiral, we let them go way too far, especially when it comes to mental health.
And then of course, when things do, spiral, or that moment that, you hit rock bottom, I know that term is thrown around a lot. You want to be there to help others, as you said. And that's where Sophros Recovery. Talk about how you were able to build this recovery center in a way that would have worked for you, does work for you, and then potentially help others.
What I found when I was in treatment and when I was in early recovery was that there was not one thing that really helped me. What I really needed was this toolkit of skills, right? So I kind of look at it as, on my day-to-day, every day when I'm doing good, I need to be doing some mindfulness and I need to be like staying in the present moment. When I'm struggling a little bit, maybe I need to kind of reframe some of those thoughts. So I need some of that, it's called cognitive behavioral therapy, where we start to reframe those thoughts.
Yeah.
But then on really bad days, I need a subset of skills that are involved in what's called DBT, which is dialectical behavior therapy. And what that is like, I need to be able to accept that things are bad and also make a different choice. And so I need to have a toolkit there. And so really what I need is, it's not one thing, but I need to have these series of things that I work on in order to be successful. And that's what I wanted to be able to bring to Sophros as well.
And of course, so many times when you do find a recovery center, it is specialized in one thing. So I love that you touched on the fact you can build that toolkit for recovery. Well, again, thank you for sharing your story. And if you think being able to have all of those tools could help you or someone you love, reach out today, sophrosrecoverytampa.com.